After these messages.
Hey, I'm Kramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Kramerica. Other people want to make friends. I'm just here to make you some money. A lot of people have been wanting to know about the stock of Berkshire Hathaway. It's a holding company run by legendary investor Warren Buffett. Buffett and his company are not only icons in the investment world, but people look to Buffett as a role model, guide, advisor, and a predictor of the economy. People have even written books about him and his investing style. His name is the Oracle of Omaha, and that it makes sense, because he can predict the economy. If you're going to invest in Berkshire, there's two types of shares. Class A, you probably can't afford. It's about $120,000 per share. So most people go with Class B shares, which are about $80 per share. So, is Buffett's world-renowned company still a buy? Who's right? The bulls or the bears? We got to find out. Back in September of 2008, at the beginning of the financial crisis, there was a lot of turmoil going on Wall Street. Banks Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns were massive failures and cost the economy a lot of money. People lost big bucks in the recession. However, Buffett took advantage of opportunities. Buffett loaned Goldman Sachs $5 billion in exchange for shares of the bank's perpetual preferred stock. Basically, these preferred shares would give a much better dividend yield than the common shares. Buffett would only agree to a deal that has good reward over risk. Because, of course, why would anybody accept a deal that is going to harm them or screw them in any way? Berkshire is earning an annual dividend yield of 10%. That's huge. His company is earning $500 million per year just from these dividends. The other half of the deal is beneficial as well to Berkshire Hathaway. Goldman provided Buffett the option to purchase an additional $5 billion worth of the shares of the common stock of Goldman Sachs at a price of $115 per share. With Goldman currently trading at about $165 per share, Berkshire Hathaway would earn approximately $1 billion if the option were exercised today. This is big for the shareholders of Berkshire Hathaway. Another incredible deal that Buffett has made recently happened about a year ago in November of 2009. Berkshire Hathaway purchased the railroad company Burlington Northern Santa Fe for $34 billion. The media and the newspaper deemed this Buffett's bet on the American economy. Railroad transportation companies have recently been reporting excellent earnings and volumes are rising. Number one, car transportation is rising. Car makers Ford and GM are continuing to recover and emerging from the recession with improved business strategies, and this will help increase earnings for railroads that transport these cars, such as Burlington Northern. There's also been an increase in the demand for coal. China and India have incredibly growing economies, and they're going to need energy through coal. So rail transport is a main method of transportation for coal, which is going to propel companies such as Burlington Northern who transport this coal. Goldman Sachs and Burlington Northern are just two great examples of the purchases that Buffett has historically made throughout his illustrious career as an investment manager. Shareholders of Berkshire stock are already reaping the benefits of these incredible deals. Now let's look at the rise in the stock price, a key metric of performance for Buffett. Buffett began to purchase the stock of Berkshire Hathaway back in 1965. Berkshire was originally a textile factory, and Buffett purchased the shares at an average price of $14.86. By January of 1990, the stock price had risen to $7,455 per share. By January of 2000, the stock price had risen to $51,000 per share. Where is it now? The stock is currently trading at $121,000 per share. People always wonder, how has Buffett made so much wealth on just an average salary of about $100,000 per share? Let's look at the chart. You see here, about 1990, huge rise in the stock price. And Buffett was there for all of it. To put it into perspective, $1,000 invested with Buffett in 1965 would have grown over $7 million just today. Buffett has made people a ton of money, including money for himself. A look at the chart shows no signs that the stock price will stop rising, and Buffett continues to find ways to achieve success and increase Berkshire's value through the stock price. Another key metric of performance is the average annual returns. Since 1965, Buffett has produced an average annual return of 22%. Money managers are extremely jealous of that kind of return. On Wall Street, that's huge. This beats the average annual return of the S&P 500 of about 11%. In the past 44 years, the company has also yielded an average annual return in book value of about 20%. Revenue growth. Buffett's holding company currently produces year-over-year revenue growth of 21%. How does this compare to the industry? Big as well. This tops the industry average of a mere 2.9%. Obviously, Buffett has a great track record, and the revenue still continues to kill the industry. So what is the verdict? Who wins? The bulls or the bears? I would say have faith that Warren Buffett's experience will allow him to continue to find extraordinary opportunity in companies that are superior in their industries. And this is going to create immense wealth for the investors of Berkshire Hathaway for many years to come. On Mad Money, we eat bears for lunch. Buffett is not just one of the wealthiest people in the world for no reason. Have confidence in his excellent track record and beautiful growth in revenues. 20 years from now, you're going to be happy that you purchased this stock. I would say Berkshire Hathaway, run by Warren Buffett, is a screaming buy.
Buy. And we're back.